Howdy folks, it's Tall Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we complete the North Queensland coast bush trip. Leg 5 of 5, you know the drill, 1 leg per video, and I've already introduced this thing in leg 1, so let's do leg 5 and complete this thing right now. Alright, first thing we're going to do is what class? Repair and refuel. There we go. And we landed on this runway, and that's where it put us, I guess, which is kind of cool. But we are going to taxi and use one of the paved runways. Depending, oh, maybe not. I guess it'll depend on the direction we need to head. Wind is not a factor in these bush trips. Alright, let's reset the barometer. That's kind of weird. Let's zoom out our map a little bit here so we can see where we're going. And we're going to end up at Hotel Mike. So let's get started with Gloucester Island. After launching from Bowen Airport, head east and cross the mouth of Edgecumbe Bay to visit Gloucester Island, home to a colony of prospering rock wallabies. Cool. That is 83 degrees, so we need to move this way 83 degrees for 7 minutes. And for those of you who haven't been following along, at the time I record this, the GUI for this is broken. If you close all this up and you come back to it, it is open again. And if you start the timer and you leave and come back, the timer resets itself. So by the time you watch this, World Update 8 was quite a while ago, a week or two ago probably, even though I'm recording this before that. So this may or may not be fixed now. I don't know. Let's see. So 7 minutes out at that heading, which is just off to the left. So we will use the runway we're on. Let's get autopilot set up. We do use autopilot with the heading bugs so that we can sightsee and look around. If I were doing this alone, I would probably hand fly it all. But it's just too hard to sightsee because we have to use the chase camera, which has the HUD, which you can't turn off in bush trips. So it's very annoying. So we just do it this way. And there we go. Okay. Pretty straightforward. We're literally going to take off straightforward. But let's back taxi a little bit. And, parking brake. Let's back taxi a little bit. And we can, take off with more runway. I don't know why that was so difficult to get out. But it was. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we'll make a U-turn here. Flaps are already down. And we will take off as soon as we straighten out enough. And there we go. If the grass were wet, we can land without wheels, with pontoons, with floats, but can't take off that way. Here we go. And we're going to pop up now before we bump across the pavement. There we go. Somebody's shutting the door behind me. Brakes to stop the wheels. Gear coming up because we do have gear. Did I miss it? Oh, we'll get to see the nose gear coming up. The front gear. There we go. Cool. And let's hop inside where we headed. Just a little bit to the left. Pretty easy. Ooh, very satellite-y. Ooh. Alright, there we go. Let's engage autopilot now just because we can. There we go. All set. Alright, about 7 minutes out, it said, to get us to Gloucester Island. Will 7 minutes get it? Is that only 7 minutes there, do you think? Do you think that's all it is? Maybe. Anyway, without anything else to really say, hang on a second, look at how they model that. The shallow water getting deeper. Anyway, without much to say, I'm going to turn you to sightseeing here as soon as co-pilot is done talking to us. I think they're going to say one more thing. Oh yeah, flaps coming in, by the way. There we go. And then we'll turn loose to some sightseeing. There we go. Yep. Has something else to say. Alright, co-pilot's done talking. 7 minutes. I will see you then, and see if it's that island or if it's another island out here, depending on how far 7 minutes gets us. See you in a little bit. Alrighty, sorry, that's all the sightseeing you get, because I had to run and do something for a couple minutes, and I barely got here in time. So it's about 5.5 minutes now. So this is our island, because it said 6 minutes. So let's hopefully not crash into it. In fact, I coincidentally, luckily, just lined this up. I didn't touch anything, I just let the airplane go. And now my heading bug, and it's going to put us perfectly right through here. So that is quite the lucky coincidence, because I did not plan that at all. But anyway, good looking island, if I may say so myself. Except that tiny island off the wing is more my style. Anyway, the terrain here in general is just incredible. Let's enjoy the view minute, and then we'll read about where we're headed and where we're going. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Oh, then it dips down in the distance. I was in the future. That looks good too. Alrighty, where are we going? We are going to go to George Point. Let's go 108 degrees now, which is this direction here. And George Point, turn to the southeast at Gloucester Island, which we're doing, and fly to George Point. Okay, so that's 3 minutes out. So we'll fly for 3 minutes, which is probably right here. And then when we get right there, we'll read about the next thing. So a little bit of sightseeing for you. Be right back. Alrighty, we're at the point. I assume we might even be out a little bit too far in the water, but incredibly gorgeous area. It's breathtaking in the simulator. Can't imagine real life. Alright, George Point. After that, we had the Double Bay, which is 4 minutes out, so 149 on the old heading here. 149. I have a feeling we're supposed to be down here, to be honest. But we're in the vicinity, I'm sure. 140. Come on. 149. There it is. For 4 minutes to get to Double Bay, skirting the shoreline of Capes and Coves. Maybe this is it. I don't know. Maybe that is it. Or maybe this is it, because it's double. One of those. Yeah. Double Bay, and then after that, South Mole Island. South Mole Island. That's quite a ways out. So, I don't know. We're going to go for 4 minutes, figure out which one is Double Bay, and then I'll be back with you in just a moment. Alright, I think we're here already. There's the Double Bay. I mean, we are going so fast that it was like 1.5 minutes. So let's turn again. What's the next thing we're going to do? South Molly Island, 102. Let's quickly turn before we run into some terrain. Not sure which island it is. It's 6 and some minutes out. 102. Okay, don't hit any terrain. We're good. Oh, maybe it's that one right there. There's an island all by itself. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Who knows? I just know that I'm flying around and having a lot of fun. And I'm not Google mapping it, so my guess that this is Double Bay is an educated guess, I guess. I'm guessing that's the island. I don't know. A lot of train turbulence. Let's enjoy from the outside. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, there's our island. Oh my gosh, so many islands. I love islands. I love little islands so much. I will live on a teeny tiny island in the ocean like this. If I could. Don't know what to do about resources, but I wouldn't mind living there. Oh wow, those must be some amazing resorts. Oh my gosh, this must just be insanely gorgeous. Oh, look at the cliffs there. Oh my gosh, and it's so high. Alrighty, well we do have an airplane to fly, so what are we going to do next? South Molly Island, now Long Island. We're not flying all the way to New York. We're going to go to 163 degrees and only 2.5 minutes out. So let's see, which one is that going to be? Where are we? There we are. 163 degrees, only 2 minutes out, which means this is probably Long Island here. Pretty obvious if you ask me, which is right there. Then what are we going to do after Long Island? After Long Island, we go 179 degrees to Hamilton. From Long Island, head east and land at the Great Barrier Reef Airport. Cool. On Hamilton Island to bring this Australian coastal adventure to a beautiful finale. Well, that's awesome. And look at all those resorts. Holy cow, the marinas. I love when the runway is bigger than the island. Where is it, though? It's only 2 minutes after these 2 minutes. So there's Long Island. And it's only 2 minutes at 43 degrees? 79 degrees. So it has to be like right out there somewhere. Look at all that train turbulence. Let's zoom in then. Come on, center, please. Zoom in, and it's 2 minutes this way. Okay, here, look at, there's a flight path, see? So let's follow that, and that should take us to where we want to go. Yep, because you can see the flight path. And then there's the other one coming from that way. That is so cool that you can make that out. Okay, so we know where we're going. So we're going to fly to this island and then fly across to that island there. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Get you some sightseeing in, and then I will set that up, and I'll see you when it's time to land for the last time on this wonderful bus trip, probably my favorite. Alright, there's a runway. I was too busy looking around and enjoying the sights that I didn't even really pay attention to where I was. So I don't think we're going to be able to come down and land this quickly, because even if we get to altitude, we're going to be coming in pretty hot. So we're going to probably have to do a circle, like a little corkscrew, to get down because of our speed. But that's okay, because there's so much to see here. And look at those resorts on the side of the hill. This is ridiculous. And look at the boat. Where'd it go? Boat with the wake? Like, are you serious? That's amazing. Looks like the boat sunk, but it still has a wake. Of course, that's from the satellite imagery. We know that. Oh my goodness, I bet they have fun watching planes come in too. Alright, let's do a little corkscrew here without losing too much altitude, because I want to be able to see the runway. So let's just nose up. That'll slow us way down very quickly. We'll just make a normal turn, coming around. And I am fighting with my yoke, so let's trim this way down. Let's stop descending though, please. We're right in the way of the flight path, so hopefully nothing is coming. There is the gear coming down. Let's stop descending, so throttles please. And there we go. Oof, that's pretty good. It says we're kind of high, but we'll be fine. Let's get back on glide slope for our final landing on this plane with floats, which I was so worried about crashing the floats into the ground, but it's been great so far. So hopefully the last one will be too. 0 crosswind, first set of flaps down, and we'll just come on in here. I really want to look around, but you know what happens when we actually see that resort with the pool. Oh, you know what happens when we look around. Okay, let's get back on track. There's one red on the Pappy. Second set of flaps. Keep an eye on that speed. Let's get back going. We had a perfect approach, and then I had to look around for less than 3 seconds, and look what happened. I feel like we're too low because I can't see the numbers, but the glide path says we're good. I guess we're good if you look at the touchdown zone. I'm just used to landing short of that because of the whole bush trip thing. Alright, we're over the threshold now. Let's come on down. Not quite at idle yet. There we go. Now we're at idle. A little bit of a flare, but don't smash that rudder. Oh boy. And that was, ooh, not too bad at the end, but that was definitely a worst landing of them all on this whole trip. Bummer. That's okay. That's too bad, but it's okay. And where's my save icon? There it is. Alright, took 33 minutes longer than it was supposed to. But that's okay. It always takes me longer. Too bad the last landing was the worst, but it was still fine. But too bad it was the worst one of the 5. Anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous bush trip. Way up there with my favorites. I can't wait to see what else Australia has to offer. And then I'll be getting the sim update for the next world update, which you already have. And then we'll see what that has to offer. But for now, like, subscribe so you know when the next bush trip comes out, and I'll see you then.